Is this thing on?
Yo, yo, yo.
What's up?
Welcome back to another episode of Spoiled Life Live. I'm your host. Everybody knows who I am, right? I'm your host, Ram Garcia. We're in beautiful Corpus Christi, Texas. I know y'all hear that about twice a month. We're in beautiful Corpus Christi, Texas. Home of the Selena statue. Home of the little boats they pedal while they're downtown.
Never seen
You can
those.
sit like four, front and back. The bikes also.
Ah, yeah,
Right.
yeah. The hooks.
It looks like a bunch of work. You know those bikes.
Oh yeah, too much work.
Home of the Corpus Christi hooks, right? You know, I had never been. I think I walked in like to a concert or something at the Hooks Whataburger Field, but I recently went to one and it was pretty cool, man. It wasn't that bad. The beer was expensive,
Always.
right? You know,
In the stadium, right?
that comes with it, you know, but it was pretty cool. Pretty cool event. Home of Whataburger,
Whataburger, the Whataburger.
home of the Trade Center, right?
I never knew about it on Trade Center.
You never been to the Trade Center
No,
here in Corpus?
no.
Man, dude, are you from Corpus?
Dude, I just found out about the T hand or the what do you call it?
The T heads?
The T heads. Yeah, I just
Downtown?
found out about that not too long ago. Yeah.
Wow,
I
man.
took the wife and kids out there. That's
Yeah,
pretty cool.
you got a lot of sightseeing to do here in
Oh, yeah.
Corpus. But nonetheless, right? We have a great show. We're live with all capital letters live here at Roy's Bait and Tackle. Coming at y'all live from the Roy's Bait and Tackle studio, right? If y'all are cruising into Corpus, if y'all are out, I'm not sure who's playing right now. If the Cowboys are playing or the Texans or the Rams or
Yeah, right.
anybody. I don't know if anybody's playing, but if y'all are in town, cruise in to Roy's Bait and Tackle. Come wave at us, man. We're right here at the fly shop, right up the stairs. You cannot miss us. You cannot miss me, right?
You can miss me. I'm pretty
If you
sure.
don't look high enough above the platform, you might miss Noe or my guest, right?
Yeah, right.
I don't want to say his name yet, right? You might miss him. But cruise on in, man. We got a hell of a show. My voice is kind of raspy because I was at a wedding last night. Congratulations, by the way, to the newlyweds, right? Let's drink to the newlyweds, right? Of course, we're drinking Carbach. Today it's Love Street. There you go. You know it goes with the
Right.
with the venue, right? Love Street Citrus. Here's to you all, to the newlyweds and to the spoiled life. Beautiful wedding, man. I wish you all nothing but the best. I almost cried, right? when they were talking about their vows and stuff. You know, it reminded me when I got married, you know. I didn't cry at my wedding, but I was like this close. And yesterday I was like this close to crying.
You're
But
getting there, bro.
nonetheless,
It's
man,
the stage.
that's a big deal, dude. Getting married's a big deal, man. And it takes a lot of commitment.
Oh yeah.
A lot of your goals have to be right there, you know. Hey, but nobody wants to hear about it. Everybody's probably already, you know what? The hell with this show. This is gonna be one of those shows, right? I got a hell of a guest coming in all the way from Corpus Christi.
It's a long drive, bro.
What was it, about 10 minutes?
In like
15
3
minutes?
3 minutes.
3 minutes?
Yeah, like right down the road.
I got none other, guys. This is gonna be a good show. We got a lot of content to go through. I got none other than the man, the legend, because there's no myth, right?
Right.
The man and the legend, Mr. Noe Zartuche.
Yeah. What's up? What's up?
Man, thank you so much for coming on, man.
Hey, it's my pleasure, bro. My pleasure.
So, what I do on the show, right? We're gonna go over your background. We're gonna go over some other highlighted stuff, and then we're gonna give away something, right? I know everybody's just anxiously waiting, man. Okay, the hell with Noe. We want to win something, right? We gotta,
Best part.
and I forgot to do that. Those little
Oh,
slits,
everybody
right?
signs up
But
and
it's all
everything.
right, you know. We're just gonna We're gonna do a little bit different way of giving away stuff today.
Oh yeah.
So thank you so much, man, for coming on. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Yeah. So I was born in Lake Jackson, Texas, right off the coast. Surprisingly moved up to Huntsville. Started off with my freshwater fishing. Like a little bobber and minnow, warm, catching bass and stuff like that. Eventually moved down to the valley, where I got my first real taste of saltwater. Right. Went through
What part of the valley?
Edinburgh.
Edinburgh.
Yeah. Graduated Cotomides 03. Just had a 20-year reunion.
Oh, really?
Wasn't able to go though.
Yeah, I haven't been to a single reunion, man.
Yeah.
I need to go to one of them.
Well,
I'll go
it's
to
not
like
small.
my 60th
Yeah.
reunion.
Yeah.
There'll be less people.
Right.
Yeah, hopefully.
Hopefully you're still around. Right?
Yeah, exactly. Hopefully I'm around to go to it.
Yeah. So graduated from high school, went out to the Air Force. Got stationed in Minot, North Dakota. Nothing but snow up there.
Right.
Right. Cool little 1 month, 2 months of summer.
Cold.
That was about it. Yeah. It
Yeah.
was cold. Moved out to Rhode Island for like 6 months. Right. Pretty cool out there. I actually picked up like a little side job doing an extra for a TV series called The Bronx is Burning.
Oh,
about
really?
The New York Yankees winning the pennant.
How did you get into that?
I actually had a friend. He, I guess he'd been doing it for quite a bit, and he actually convinced me to go try it. And it's funny, man, because so one of the extras, one of the parts we're doing is it's like where you sit down and they're doing like just the questioning the coach or whatever. I can't even think what it's called right now, but so the dude from Mr. Deeds, the butler, that real funny dude. You never seen him? All right. Well, that dude, he's like the main actor, and he's standing up on stage. We're getting ready to start, and he starts humming like the choir, so kind of weird, right? But we get started, and they gave me a camera, right? Start taking pictures. I'm supposed to be like the press, whatever.
Oh.
So in my head, I'm visualizing like a football stadium. Like you're taking pictures left and right. That's not what they wanted, right?
So they fired you instantly.
They fired me, dude. I was taking pictures. All right, cut. They walk out, take my camera from me.
Really?
Give me a notepad.
This is a bad idea.
Give me a notepad and a pencil and say, hey, man, just go ahead and start writing whatever you want to write. Go back.
So you went from cameraman to note taker.
Yeah, note taker.
Instantly.
Yeah, I just got demoted in a heartbeat.
What movie was this? And where can we find it at? Because I have to see that.
It's called The Bronx is Burning.
Like on YouTube?
It was a TV series, I think by ESPN.
Oh,
Like that.
you don't have the clip of you?
No, I didn't even like. You can't even really see me. I'm just like it's portrayed from the back view, like so you'd see like the back of my head or something like that, maybe, and just kind of on the stage.
Man, so you're pretty much a pop star.
A pop star that got fired.
Yeah, still, man. I think you and like Kim Kardashian are on the same level now.
Might be.
Yeah. And she might be a little lower.
Yeah.
Nonetheless, right? Man, so Air Force. Thank you for your service, for sure, right? When let's say like a Texas Air Force and the North Dakota Air Force, those dudes don't give a shit how cold it is.
No, man.
Right?
Yeah.
You're still gonna go outside. You're still gonna go do your running.
Oh yeah.
You're still gonna go do your marching.
Yep.
All that stuff, right?
Yeah.
How was
it's
that?
Indoors though, so that's a good thing. It's indoors.
Oh, it is.
Yeah. You don't have to be out in the snow doing that.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah.
And is it indoors because it's the Air Force, or?
I mean, I wouldn't doubt it, bro. It's a lot easier there.
Oh, really?
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah.
Marine Corps, Army, they don't care. You're out there in the elements, right?
Yeah, those dudes are pretty.
A lot tougher.
Oh, you think so?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm a pansy when it comes to cold, bro. I can't stand that, bro.
Yeah, dude. So what would you do for them?
I was security forces.
Oh, wow.
Guarding nuclear weapons out there in the field.
Man, so those dudes aren't. I mean, you weren't too far from the Marines and the Army as far as protecting something, right?
I mean, I guess like job-wise, we were like sort of important, right? But we were still had a little house out there. You stayed in for 4 days.
Right. It got too cold. You went inside. And
yeah, I mean, you get alarms. You got to go out there in the middle of the cold, and go check it out and stuff. But it wasn't too bad.
What was your battalion name or whatever?
91st MFSS.
91st
Missile Security Forces.
Missile Security Forces. Shout out to the 91st.
Yeah, shout out, man.
Those of y'all that are watching. Do you keep in touch with any of them guys?
Yeah, I still keep in touch with some of the guys. Not from my flight, but from other flights that are like my best friends.
Oh yeah,
so
cool, man. That's badass. Who got you into fishing?
So when I was young, when Dad got me into fishing, like he was like really, really into fishing, right? But it was all freshwater, and I remember like Christmas would come around, we'd finish our tree, it's ready to burn, you know what I mean? It's all dried up, and he wouldn't burn it. Like he would set it up, go drop it off in a river, so that way he knew where structure was at.
Oh yeah.
Nobody else knew was at, so he knew where to fish. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So he was always trying to get the edge on stuff like that. Never fished any tournaments or anything like that, but
Oh really?
definitely into fishing.
That was a freshwater. He was more freshwater fishing.
All freshwater bass, catfish, stuff like that.
Yeah. Man, I would, if I would to do something like that, I would still get caught up in the water and lose my lures. Even though I knew that tree was there, I'd still go. You know what I would do? Well, I don't know if I would do it. It's probably against the law, maybe. I don't know. But if it wasn't, if it is, I would maybe tie a rope to it, like to the stump, and like every year pull the whole tree out and just cut all my lures off and throw it back in.
That's not a bad idea,
Right?
man. Just set that rope up on the shore somewhere where you know where it's at.
Yeah.
That's not a bad idea. Where were you, bro?
Huh?
Where were you all these years, man?
Right? Golly, man. I need to patent that.
Yeah,
and like,
that's a good idea.
it'd be like just a basic rope,
Yeah.
but call it like something cool, like the Spooled Life retractable device or something.
Yeah,
you know what I
dude.
mean? The post you share on Facebook and Instagram, you're obviously a tournament fisherman, angler. Tournament angler. Let's call it that. Let's be smart today, right? How do you feel? What made you? Before we get into about all the how you feels and stuff, what went through your mind to say? Because you're obviously not from this coast.
Right.
If you don't know where the trade center's at, you just found out about the T-heads yesterday. You're really not into this. You really haven't ventured off full blown saltwater fishing. Right.
Yeah, that's.
Well, I guess you have, right? You did it as a kid and stuff, but you're obviously at a higher level than most. Right. What got you to say, or what went through your mind to say, you know what, I want to fish that tournament.
And
right. Regardless of what tournament it was, whether it's the PRL or a grassroots tournament, what went through your head saying, you know what, it's time to elevate. I need more. You know.
Yeah, I mean, I'd say like Facebook, just in general. Just seeing people up on podiums.
Right.
Seeing how they're doing, and me going out, not being real successful all the time. Just made me wonder, like, what am I doing different? What are they doing different? And I wanted to just go out there and start meeting people, just kind of get an idea of what people are doing. Just kind of get in the scene. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And so I stepped in my first offshore tournament. I think that was my first one, and it was a blast, man. I met a lot of cool people.
Yeah.
Learned a lot of things from people, and just kind of evolved my way of fishing offshore with what they were teaching me.
What was it?
That was actually the Ray Del Mar.
Okay.
Yeah. So I got
a couple years ago, or what?
Yeah, it's probably about, I guess, 5 years ago now, something like that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And definitely a good time out there. I had already been offshore fishing for a while, and that was really a good learning lesson for me. It was horrible surf that day.
Right.
I think it was that day. But yeah, horrible surf. People getting tossed around in that thing. I had a partner. He got tossed. Didn't want to go back in. So the rule is you got to have a partner with you. So I had to drive back down a ball hop here, where people were actually trying to launch and actually made it out.
Oh wow.
Had a good time with it. Yeah.
Yeah.
People throwing up out there. It was crazy.
Oh really?
Yeah.
I wonder if it was as bad as one of the tournaments I fished was called, I think, the Extreme. It was one of the last Extreme series that was held here in Corpus.
That blue water one?
No, that's the Blue Water Kayak Series, Kayak Classic. This was an actual extreme kayak fishing. That's what it was called.
Right.
And the weather was bad. There was a select few anglers that actually made it out through the surf. And the Coast Guard came in, circled the rigs. By the time myself and I think I was me, Ruben Pena, Chris Castro were out there, and by the time we made the rigs, the Coast Guard started circling the rigs.
Yeah.
Telling everybody, came over the VHF, telling everybody to get off the water, man. And yeah, everybody
That's rowdy.
scrambled back. When you're going towards the rigs, you're looking towards the ocean, and the storm was behind us. So when we turned back to go back to shore, it was just dark, like midnight black over there, and we're like, dude, this is not good, you know. And that was the last time the Extreme Series was here in Corpus, man. You know, that sucks. It was a great tournament, you know. You know, there was a lot of some of the best anglers around offshore fishing, you know, but there's more. There's more coming. I know the goat dudes are bringing one. I'm not sure if it's going to be an inshore tournament or redfish kind of tournament, but that's what I'm hearing, right? And that's pretty
sweet, bro.
They got to make tournaments great again, man.
Yeah.
You know, I feel that there's not enough push for the kayak anglers.
Yeah.
You know, if you fish a boat tournament that has a kayak division, there's always a lean towards the boats. Right, and us kayakers don't get the proper representation. We pay too.
Yeah.
You know, they're already up
just
to.
Like they do too.
Huh?
We said we sometimes, or majority of the time, we're pulling out big weights just like they are.
Yeah. You know, your entry fee is $500-600 to not get no representation.
Yeah.
You know, there's a. It should throw a red flag.
Right.
You know, they don't feed us. You know, they don't invite us to the captain's meeting.
Yeah.
You know.
Maybe it's just you, bro. I always get paid.
Right. Well, on some they do, right?
Right.
Some they're leaning towards like the online captain's meeting, right? Usually us kayak fishermen, we could launch from anywhere we want. You know, we don't have to launch from there where all the boats launch, right? Okay, we get it, right? But hey, you know what? This isn't about me, dude. Right. I could vent all day long. Especially after one carbach, I'll just vent all day long.
It's a good thing you're only quarter way through.
So we have a comment that says you could fish the Blue Water Kayak Classic and score points for the Extreme Series. So I guess they were like in conjunction, maybe.
Oh, I got you. Yeah,
I really don't remember. I didn't fish. I think I had gotten sick the night before the Blue Water Kayak Series, and I couldn't make it. I must have attended some wedding or something. I was that type of sick, you know.
Yeah.
But I did go to the last Extreme, which is pretty legendary, right?
Yeah.
How do you feel about tournament fishing?
Man, it's like I said, it's a blast to me. It's a great opportunity to go out there and meet people. You know, people, like-minded people, meet friends, not just other fishermen that you're gonna fish with, but actual lifelong friends.
Right.
A lot of knowledge out there, man. I mean, I'm still kind of new into the scene, still learning a lot, and there's definitely a plethora of great anglers out there, including yourself. You know,
you're not wrong.
Right.
Yeah. Right.
So, I mean, it's not for everybody, right?
It's not, man.
Yeah, I mean, it's a grind. It's definitely a grind. You can't just expect to go out there. I mean, it can happen. You can go out there just your first day and just and win, right? But
it has happened before.
Oh yeah, it has. But for the most part, you got to go out there and grind days before, find out where these fish are at, find out where the winners are at to get you up on the podium. So
And in a tournaments like that, it's ounces.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just because you catch a 28-inch redfish, 2 of them, doesn't mean you're winning. Right. You know what I mean? Doesn't mean to stop. Okay, I'm headed to the weigh-in. Right. You know what I mean? And I'm calling my whole family because I won.
I'm winning.
You know what I mean? All my whole family's gonna be waiting for me over there because I won. Right. And then you might show up and you, guess what? You're in second, right? Which is still a huge accomplishment, you know. But it's anybody's game, man. You know. It's super hard, dude, because it's such a small group. It's a big sport, but it's a small group in Corpus. Yeah. Right. The tournaments in Corpus, you'll see the same people
all the time,
over and over and over again. You know, and I mean, there's not. It's like a. I don't know what it is, dude. It's just. Yeah. You know, you fish the same people over and over again, but to grow, right? Yeah. You get the traveling anglers that go to Galveston, Upper Coast, Florida, all that. We just got back from a tournament called the Elite Redfish Series in South Padre. Myself and my partner already forget what place we got, but it was fourth or fifth or something. Fifth, I think. But that was ounces, man. You know, if we wouldn't have had one of our fish died, if that fish wouldn't have died, we would have been in pretty good standings. You know what I mean? So you never know, man.
Yeah.
How do you feel about the representation, like we spoke about earlier? You yourself, you're a content creator. You're on Facebook. You're on Instagram. Are you on TikToker?
No, not yet.
Snapchatter?
Yeah, I have.
Oh, you Snapchatter?
I haven't done anything with it though.
Right. Snapchatter. YouTuber?
I started
A little bit of YouTuber action.
Got like 4
right?
videos out, some of that.
How do you feel about the representation the tournaments give?
I mean, like you said, the boaters get all the attention, man. I feel like the kayakers got to really make their own representation, push their own name out there. A lot of sponsors do a good job of pushing them out too, so that's where you get your most push from. But I mean, most people that log into these tournaments and want to watch them, they're looking like a lot for boaters.
Right.
Yeah, so it's definitely tougher.
Yeah. Sponsors and pro staffs. You are on the Roy's Bait and Tackle team, right? How do you feel about the whole sponsorship, pro staffs? Let's throw some other ones out there. Pro teams, field staffs. What else? What other? Ambassadors, right? That's a good one. Ambassadors. How do you feel about that content creator push?
Yeah, that's a tough one. You know, like, I mean, it just, I guess, really depends on what tier you're on, right, and how they're gonna push you. I mean, obviously, they want the top guys out there on their pictures, on their photos, right? And you know, when you're just starting off in the scene, I guess you're still making a name for yourself, but depending on your sponsor, see how they're gonna push you, see how what they're gonna do for you. You know what I mean? And I mean, when you're first starting off, I mean, even when you get to the top, it's more what you can do for them versus what they can do for you. That's my opinion. And I've heard a lot of people say the same thing. You know what I mean? I didn't join with them in hopes for I want all this stuff for free. I mean, I knew I wasn't gonna get free, but I wanted the chance to be able to represent a company that I like. You know what I mean? Because I want to be able to keep this business open, so that way I can continue to come back over here and continue to shop.
Right.
You know what I mean? That was my goal.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I like a place to where when you walk in, it's a friendly environment. You know what I mean? Nobody's giving you ugly looks or nothing, or nobody's pushing you to buy something.
Right.
You know, if you want to cruise around and look and watch what everybody else is buying, you know, if when I walk into a store, you know, everybody just follows me around just to see what lures I'm picking and stuff. Since then, I had to bring on my own security team. You know, I got my own security team here. They're standing in front of us just in case somebody attacks
Pretty big dudes, bro.
myself or my guests. But hell, I got security forces with me. I mean, you know,
we're nothing special, bro.
I should have told the security team to take the day off. You know, just saved a couple bucks, right? But yeah, man, you walk in here and everybody knows your name. You know, for the most part, right?
Oh yeah.
You know, everybody's friendly. They're not going to treat you differently because you don't know something. On the pro team side, do you get like messages when you post? Let's say you post your kayak, or you post a redfish, or you post a lure, right, about a specific lure that you use. Do you ever get like comments saying, "Man, how do you even hook that thing?" Or, you know, cruising through the store, do you stop and check out the lure section and some kids there, or even an adult is there, and you're like, hey, you know, I wouldn't use that type of jig head, or I've had better luck with this type of hook set, you know, type stuff.
Yeah, I mean, all the time people are always reaching out to me, asking me questions. I mean, just how I'm working lures, what colors I'm using,
right?
What I think about my kayak, you know what I mean? Just different things like that. I mean, I'll come into the store a couple times, and people ask me questions, not knowing who I am, right? I mean, I'm not a ram, you know what I mean? But they'll ask me questions, and I'll give them my opinion, you know, trying to help them out as much as I can. You know, like I said, in order to help this place thrive, you're gonna have to push good product for them, so that way they're buying this stuff and they're like, hey man, I like it, I want to come back.
Right.
So I mean, it's something I enjoy. You know, if anybody ever sees me around here, around town, or anything like that, ask me any questions.
Yeah,
you
at
want.
the HEB or
Anywhere, man.
you know,
I'll
hey,
stop and talk.
what type of ground beef you like?
Oh,
or,
yeah, this
right,
stuff.
something like what's that? Can you walk me to the seasoning aisle and
Yeah,
you know,
my favorite
Uncle
seasonings
Chris's,
too, right?
you know, something like that. The what do you love most about the sport?
The sport, man.
Kayak fishing, right?
Right.
Or just fishing in general.
I mean, I've always been a dude that enjoys challenges, right? I used to pole vault, and it's because they didn't think I could pole vault, right?
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'd be like, dude, I'm gonna do this, and I'd bust my butt all the time, and until I figured it out, right? It's kind of the same thing with fishing, man. It was challenging. I go out there with a bucket, live shrimp. Every days I'd kill it, and every day is nothing but piggy perch.
Yeah.
Destroying my shrimp, right?
So I'm gonna stop you real quick, and I've said it probably 3 times already. Extreme forces, and you're pretty avid in the jiu-jitsu scene.
Right.
Your whole family is, right? So I'm real careful of what I'm saying to this guy right here, right? And if you there's like a plexiglass screen right here, just in case I say the wrong thing. You know, he'll hit the plexiglass before he hits me. Pole vaulting, because man, I could see. You're not the tallest of guys.
Yeah, no, definitely not.
Right?
Probably the shortest one
Is
out
that
there.
why they said, man, dude?
Yeah, you're not
No
gonna
way,
be able to do
dude.
it. Yeah.
You know,
Yep.
and you did it anyways.
Oh yeah.
And you were pretty successful.
Yeah. I won district my freshman year. Went to regionals a couple times.
Wow,
So,
that's
yeah.
pretty cool, man.
Yeah, those dudes definitely have an advantage on me though.
Yeah,
Some of those guys went to state.
that's a tall
Tall man's
activity,
sport.
right?
Oh,
A tall
yeah.
man's
It's
activity.
easier once you get that. I mean, that angle. You know what I mean? Just on bending the
Yeah.
pole. So.
Man, that's badass, man.
Yep.
The what do you say we give something away?
Dude, yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah.
Unless you want to
That's
wait,
the best part.
right? Somebody tell me, right? Tell me where Noe Zartuche was stationed at, right? Noe Zartuche,
That's a tough one. That was just
put
one
it
of
in the
those.
comments where Noe Zartuche was stationed at.
Damn.
I told you that was gonna happen.
Yeah.
And y'all are gonna win a Spooled Life Live swag pack. I want to say Austin Matthews still needs one. I think he
Yeah.
won the last show.
Yeah.
First person to tell me. No, that's not it.
That's not the.
I screwed it up already. Tell me where Noe. Man, that screwed me up, man. That's confusing me like hell. Tell me where Noe Zartuche was stationed at, and we're gonna send you a Spooled Life Live swag. Chris is not listening
No, at
to
all.
the show. He's looking at Spooled Life Live, and he's looking at the Texans.
Yeah.
Looking at Spooled Life Live, looking at the Rams. Right? He's got like 4 screens over there.
Oh yeah,
and
these
just,
Stros are playing. I think. I'm sure he's watching that. as
yeah,
well.
Poco Cedillo's in the house.
What's up, Poco?
Cliff Nagel. All right, so now I'm gonna wait a little bit, get some of those comments in there. Keep in mind, right? First person to tell me where Noe Zartuche was stationed at, and we're gonna send you a Spooled Life Live swag pack. We're gonna get back to you on who is the winner. Moving along. Where do you see the sport in 12 years?
Man, bro, that's a good question too. Man, with
Kayak.
inflation,
Kayak
like,
fishing, right?
So I think inflation is going to play a big part in that, right?
Oh yeah.
I mean, the price of boats is really getting out of range for a lot of people.
Yeah.
And I think it's
When you say boats, you mean kayaks, right?
no, I'm talking about
or
like real
boats.
Yeah, boats.
Okay.
It's getting out of the range for the average price, right? Or what people can afford. I think. I mean, to me, they've gone up at least 10, 15,000 over 1 year, something like that. So I think it's going to start pushing a lot of people towards kayaking.
Right.
I think that's going to be a good thing, right? You're going to have, I think, kayak makers are going to have to like kind of divide, make it simple, kayak short, something that people can get around in real quick,
Right.
and then you're going to have to make like your more angler design ones are going to be longer, wider, more
Yeah.
capacity, stuff like that.
More stuff on it.
Right.
Yeah.
So I think next couple of years is going to start getting a bigger, I guess a bigger audience, a bigger competition out there in the tournament scene for people coming out, going fishing and stuff like that. Kayaking's should continue to get bigger. I mean, you always think it's big already, but I think it's going to continue to get bigger and bigger.
Right. What was your first kayak?
My first kayak. So you want my first kayak? You want the first kayak I fished in?
First kayak you fished in.
It's like what is it? Red Heritage.
Okay.
From Academy.
What was your first kayak?
It was a tarpon, 160.
And that was just a cruising kayak or what?
No, I fished in it. I fished Calaveras Lake a lot.
Okay.
I live in San Antonio, so that was the closest thing to me.
Tarpon, wilderness.
Yep, Wilderness
Right.
Systems. Yeah.
Yeah, cool, man.
Good boat, man. Just
No rod holders.
I had 2 rod
Oh, it
holders.
did.
Yep.
With just flush mount rod holders.
Right. Flush
Right,
mount,
now you can
nothing
get 'em.
fancy.
And that's when you said the prices on stuff, you could get expensive. It could get super pricey when you
Right.
get into a high
Kayak.
fishable kayak,
Yep.
right? You know, the weight, length, width, rod holders, depth finder holders, anything you could put on a rail mount now.
Oh yeah, all kinds of
Um,
stuff.
Seat. I feel like the seat is where we need to put the most
Oh,
effort in,
yeah, without a doubt.
you
man.
know?
Some are horrible.
Yeah, man, you have to almost buy a seat cushion to spend a good half day
Right.
on a kayak.
Yep.
Right. But that's what I look for.
Yeah,
You know.
it's got to be comfortable, man.
So where do you see it in? Where do you see it in 12 years? Do you see it progressing, or do you see it just
I think it's going to continue. To
dwindling
progress.
away?
Nah, it'll progress.
You think so?
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
Well, when you walk into Roy's, right under the what do you call that? Pavilion?
yeah,
Right. Let's call it pavilion.
Call it that.
When you walk into the pavilion, that's where they have all the kayaks at.
Right.
When you walk into there, you see low-end kayaks.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing against it, right? Everybody's got to start
Entry
somewhere.
level, we won't call
Get
it
something
low
that you can afford,
Right.
right? We have everything from affordable to save money
Yeah.
kayaks, you know, Christmas time kayaks, stimulus check kayaks. You know, we got a little bit of every kind of kayak out there. When you walk into Roy's in 12 years, what are you going to see out there?
Man.
It's going to be substantially different from what you see today.
I think they're going to start aiming really towards electric motors, like
Right.
really suiting them out for them. Like right now, I mean, they got mounts for them, right? You can mount it on there. You got to find
Yeah.
out how to trace your line so that way you can steer and stuff with it.
Mm-hmm.
I think in 12 years it's going to be set up, ready for it.
Right.
Like there might be a universal mount for everything. But right
Yeah.
now you got to buy specific mounts, you know. depending on
Yeah, I
what you
think they
wanna get.
usually, most of the time, they mount onto the micropole adapter mount, but not all of them got it.
No, not all of them
Right.
right now.
I got a comment that Jorge Rodriguez is saying he can't hear you.
I can hear myself.
Right.
Yeah.
So there you go.
You warned me about that.
Yeah,
too.
we got to hear you, man.
Yeah.
And Chris Castro says in 12 years we'll be on flying kayaks.
Dude, that'd be sweet, right?
That's not even a kayak no more.
It could be. Just
Right.
As long as you land in the water.
I know
right?
when motors came, they weren't kayaks no more,
Right.
right? When the pedal drives came, they weren't kayaks no more,
Yeah.
right? That was a big deal when the first pedal drives came.
Oh yeah.
You know, the fin type pedal, you know what I mean? Propulsion.
Yep.
They didn't even want us to fish tournaments in them.
Oh no. I
You
remember
know, it was a big
pushback.
deal. Like,
Yeah.
it was cheating.
Yep.
Like, there was a scandal.
Yeah, it was a huge advantage, and
Right.
people didn't like it.
The pedal drive kayaks was worse than putting weights in fish at that time,
Yeah.
right?
That's the new norm, I guess, right?
Yeah. Man, so let's talk a little bit of that. That brings us into our next segment that I like to call current events, right?
Yeah.
That's catchy, right?
Yeah, very catchy. You never know
It's
what's
pretty
coming.
catchy, right? It took me all night to figure that one out.
Was it after the first beer or the second one?
Right. The new craze going on right now is the whole walleye tournament and putting weights in the fish,
Right.
right? Big deal.
Yeah.
I get it. You're not supposed to do that,
Yep.
right? Well, how do you feel about that?
Man.
Before I bring my next comment out.
Dude, It's a huge thing. I mean, they made huge money. Won boats, right?
Them guys, I want to say they were like up to $500,000
They're way up there.
in something like that,
Yeah.
right? And it was a boat tournament.
Yep. Boats.
Yeah, boats
Right.
again. We're back to the boat stuff, you know?
Yep.
They had sponsors all over their jerseys, and I think they're talking about some of them sponsors weren't even real sponsors, and
Yep.
that's another thing. What do you do? I know I was going to give you another question, but let's say you're in that tournament, right?
Yeah.
You're an angler in the tournament, and you see a team that does that. What's your next move?
You gotta call them out, man.
You call them out,
You gotta make sure something's done about it.
right?
Because if not,
No, you just found out they did.
right. I mean, I'll just start yelling. Like
yelling-
those guys did, yeah.
Yelling like the rest of them.
Oh man, those dudes are upset. You see
Yeah,
that?
they were mad, man.
Very upset. I would be too. After years of doing that.
Yeah,
man.
it was years, dude. I feel, and I wasn't there, right? But if I was, and I've been in tournaments that there has been some sort of cheating involved, you
Right.
know, I feel it's the tournament director's fault.
Right.
If there's years and years of something going on, especially like putting weights in a tournament, unless those guys, most of your tournaments, you're gonna submit the fish.
Right.
You're not getting it back.
Right.
Nobody wants to deal with a bunch of fish
Yep.
after you just got off the podium and you just won $3,000, $5,000.
It's like a
Going
real
home and
shit.
cleaning the fish is not
Right.
a priority, right?
Yep.
You got to make sure your photos are ready.
Yep.
You got to make sure somebody in the audience had your camera and they're taking pictures of you. All of that
Oh,
is you're already started on your recap
Yeah.
post, right? Cleaning the fish is
The
the
least.
least amount. Is very in the back of the head, right?
Oh,
So I wonder how come none of those walleye fish got kept, or did that team say no? I'm keeping these.
yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Hey,
we
man.
got past the point. Let's go. Hurry
Yeah,
up.
no, we're gonna donate these. I don't know if walleye are edible. I think they are,
I'm
right?
sure they are.
I don't know if okay, yeah, go ahead and keep them. We're gonna donate them to some sort of
Charity. type
yeah
of thing,
charity
right?
house or whatever. I wonder how come when they open those fish, they're like, hey,
Yeah.
the hell, you know, what was this fish eating? You know what I mean?
Right.
Or did that team say every tournament, no, you're not keeping the fish, I'm keeping them.
And that was the first one they got it off.
Yeah, I just won $500,000.
Right.
I'm still keeping those fish.
Right.
You know, that's weird to me, man. A lot of stuff is weird to me. Why on the weigh-in that I saw, there was only one angler? You know, what happened to the other angler?
Yeah.
You know, why was it just one? And why didn't that guy that stayed leave?
It was probably the guilty party, man.
You know,
They
he
probably
lost.
Went along with it.
He lost,
Right.
right? This isn't about sticking around so everybody could have a video of you
Right.
to get all the likes that they want.
Yeah.
If I lost, I would leave.
Yeah. If you got caught like
You know,
that.
what do I got to stay? Am I going to stay so the tournament can feed me afterwards or something, or so I could
Yeah.
I
I thought they were gonna hurt that.
get
dude.
all the free beer? You know,
Stick
why
around for the
stick
dinner.
around and face all that? If you lost, you got disqualified. The tournament's over for
It's
you.
over, bro.
Go
Don't
home.
even try and come back again.
Yeah, don't stay there till they cut the fish open and hope that the fish digested the weights back in your ice chest.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Lead's getting expensive, man. Maybe he stayed around for that.
Maybe they're gonna give them back to him so you could use them in the next tournament. Man, I don't know. That's a big deal, man.
Huge deal, bro.
There is there's cheating, and then there's that.
Yeah.
Right, that's-
next level. Crazy.
That's next level cheating right
Yeah.
there. All right, man. Let's get into tactics,
Tactics.
right? We're at the halfway point, around there. We're a little bit over. I might give away something else. Well, you know what? Let's give away that spooled pack. I'm gonna have to go back because how many years have you been married?
10 years going on.
Oh, that's too many.
Actually going on 10 years.
How old is your youngest child?
He's 6.
All right, we'll do that. the sixth person
Ooh, yeah. That's
that
good.
mentioned where Noe Zartuche was stationed at while he was protecting high assets in the Air Force, right? He was stationed somewhere. Sixth person that tells me is going to win a Spolt Life swag pack. You see what I did there, Austin Matthews? That's we're giving somebody else a chance here.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Man, Jorge Rodriguez is still saying that he can't hear you. Oh, no, we're already way past it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was... Matt Murphy says Denver. Matt Murphy was not listening
No, he
to the
wasn't.
beginning of the
No.
show.
I mean, it's up there where it's cold, right? But
Yeah, it's cold in Denver, too. So I'm going to go back and I'll message the sixth person. Congratulations, by the way. If somebody can tell me, can do the hard work and tell me the sixth person. No, I have to see it on mine,
There's
right?
going to be a lot of controversy.
Yeah. It's going to be the next big thing on Facebook.
Don't be
right?
that guy, bro.
Yeah, right, yeah. Sixth person. I'll message you all. And Amanda Zartuche is in the house.
What's up, baby?
Tactics. I'm going to give you a scenario and answer it accordingly, right?
Right.
Dirty fishing tournament day, right, when it matters, right? Dirty water, a little bit of chop, right? Not your area, right? You haven't pre-fished. You're going to be blind casting. You have no idea what the bottom looks like. Your depth finder messed up, right? Your pedal system messed up, and you have to paddle. So you're already like, man, I can't go that far. Right? I can't go to my normal spots.
Right.
What are you throwing?
Man, I want to throw something dark, a little bit of shine.
Dark?
Yeah, yeah. And
Could you say a little bit of shine to it?
yeah,
Okay.
a little glitter in there, right?
I got you.
Like, I posted today, about those JRZ the paddle tails. You got a lot of little ribs on them, give off a lot of vibration for that darker water. Fish can hone in on them. So I mean, that's definitely what I'm throwing. I'm gonna give probably a lighter jig head, so that way it sits there in that little water column a little better. Let me grab my paddle sticking out the side, trying to find out that depth, right?
Yeah.
See where I'm at. See if I'm in mud, if I'm in sand, something hard. Never know.
Right. If you're in 3 inches of water
Right.
still, right?
Oh yeah. There's even fish in there, like 1 inch can't even move anymore. But yeah, definitely gonna be throwing something that's gonna be making some type of noise. I mean, there's a lot of great products out there that got scent to them.
Yeah.
Help fish find it like that. So that's definitely what I'm gonna be fishing. If not, maybe a spoon.
Mhm.
Something to make that vibration in that water column up on top. I mean, chop. We got a lot of chop. I would like to throw a top water, but that chop's gonna definitely, to me, depending on how bad it is, it's not gonna work for my type of fishing.
Right.
So.
You brought up scent. There was a tournament I fished a couple weeks, months maybe, that there was no there was scent. If it was, I could be messing all this up, I'm not sure, but there was scent if it was artificial scent. But if it was a fish derived scent, you couldn't use it.
Yeah. How does that work? You just gotta read the label or something?
I guess. And there's some lures that have that in it.
Right.
DOA is one of them,
Yeah.
right? How do you feel about that?
Man, that'd be like.
Do you use scent?
I don't. I used to. I
Oh,
don't
really?
Use it anymore.
Was it like a Procure or something like that?
Yeah, I used to
Okay.
procure all the time. Yeah, but
So that would be against the law
right.
in a tournament like
That's
this,
definitely
right?
Right. Yeah.
It would have to be an artificial scent, right?
Right.
AM Lures has garlic
Right.
infused
Yes.
scent, right?
Right.
I guess you call it that.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Garlic is not, and I don't even know, right? I don't even know why garlic,
Right.
but it works,
Yeah, we're
obviously,
using
right?
bass fishing too.
There's some of the best kayak anglers use it, right? Why would, in your opinion, why would you want to use a garlic scented bait? Just because of the feedback you got in, or
Yeah, probably. I mean,
Right.
in fishing or in bass fishing, we used it garlic scented.
yeah?
So I mean,
Oh, they do.
oh yeah.
Why?
I guess I don't really don't know. I couldn't
Right, that's
tell you,
weird,
yeah.
right? When I go over a trout feeding frenzy slick, it doesn't smell like garlic. It smells like watermelon, sweet, right? You're the first person. Nothing against the lures, right? This is just one of the ones that came up to my head. You're the first person that walks in. Nobody has ever used AM lures. Why do you pick AM lures? There's no winnings.
No winnings.
There's nobody sitting up on the podium because they use them. Shout out to them, right? Because they do work and they've won some. Some of the anglers that have used them have won some pretty damn good money,
Oh yeah.
and they do work, right? But why garlic?
Yeah, I still don't know, bro.
Right,
I mean,
that's a tough one.
scent's good thing. Maybe try out. I mean, if you've heard about garlic doing good things, which I have, I've heard it's a good scent for them.
Yeah,
Some people say it helps them find the lure. Some people say it helps them hold on to the lure a little bit longer, so you can give it that good set hook set.
yeah.
I mean,
Because those were available to use
right,
since it wasn't a fish derived scent.
right.
Garlic, right? But you couldn't use Procure. You couldn't use DOA. I want to say you couldn't use Z-Man,
Yeah,
right?
that's wild.
That's a pretty weird deal, right?
That's
I say all that to say this, right? Everybody's like, man, where the hell is this dude going with this, right?
that's what I'm wondering.
I say all that to say this, that tournament fishing is not for everybody, right? You get into a tournament, big time tournament, off right all left field. Hey, guess what? No sense.
Yeah.
Can't use a scent, fish derived scent.
Yeah, you got to pay
People
attention
get
to the
mad,
fine
man.
details.
You know, hey, guess what? You can only have 2 redfish
Yeah.
at a time.
Yeah, you can't even bring in a third one to coal. You
Do
gotta-
not even put a third one on your stringer.
Big time.
And you're a 2-man team, right?
Right.
You have to tell your partner, hey, I just got a 7-pounder.
Yeah.
Hey, well, we got 2 8-pounders. Throw that one back,
Throw it
right?
back, yeah.
Not wait till you get to the truck. That's not for everybody, man.
No, no.
And people get upset about that, right? It's a tournament. The tournament makes up the rules, right? Not us.
Right.
If we want to fish the tournament, we abide by the rules, right?
If you don't like them, you don't have to fish it.
Yeah, man. How do you feel about the rules that are just coming out?
I mean, to me, it's a lot of.
Not
good
only about the
things, man.
scent and stuff, but just
Just in general, just
Yeah.
it evens the playing field, man.
Right.
Yeah, without a doubt. I mean, you can have guys that have their specific ways of catching fish, or even boundaries. You know what I mean? Boundaries are
Yeah.
a big thing. Some
Yeah,
people are
man,
like,
for
no,
sure.
I gotta fish this area, and they can't fish anywhere else.
yeah.
So it makes it harder for everybody. I think.
There's some guys that will travel hours.
Yeah, open boundaries. Yeah.
Open boundary. Okay. The Wayne is 3 hours from here. We're still gonna fish our home waters, and we're just gonna hope for the best, right? That's a big deal, dude.
Yeah,
That's a long way to keep your fish alive.
Yeah.
That's another thing, you know. That's another factor. They don't have to be alive, but you're gonna get a penalty, right?
Half pound usually.
That's a big deal, man.
Big deal. Ounces, right?
Ounces, dude. That has to be on a shirt somewhere.
Right.
Ounces.
Yep.
That's it.
Yeah.
We'll be millionaires, dude.
Oh
Guarantee it.
yeah. It's coming out here soon. Just wait for it.
It's Saturday morning. Saturday/Sunday. /Friday.
Yeah, we'll go.
What are your days off mostly?
Yeah, I get 2 weeks off.
2
And it
weeks
starts off on a Thursday.
It's your 2 weeks off,
Right.
right? You wake up in the morning. What are you doing?
Man, night before I already got all my stuff ready. So
Oh, you're ready to go.
Yeah, I hate scrambling last minute trying to get all my stuff together because I always forget things like that.
Yeah, man, I'd have that problem too.
Oh yeah. I've
My
had
wife
people-
tells me, "Why don't you get a list?"
Yeah. I mean, you know what
And
you're
that'd be
gonna fish with.
smart to do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That way you don't forget anything.
Yeah.
But I don't do that.
Yeah.
I've been fishing for years, dude.
I'm going without my paddle sometimes.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, I'm trying
Yeah.
to fish shallow here. How am I gonna do this? I'm sticking my foot out the side of the kayak.
Oh,
Trying
really?
to move around. Yeah.
Yeah, dang. So you don't just go to Roy's and just buy a paddle.
No,
You're gonna go home and
Gotta go home.
you're not gonna go home. You're gonna use your feet.
Yeah, I'm already
instead,
out
right?
there.
Man, that's that military.
Yeah.
Not everybody does stuff like that, dude.
Yeah.
That's a big deal. So you're fishing.
Fishing.
You're fishing most of the time on your days off.
Oh yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, like, and it's one of those things. You know, I got my spots where I can catch consistent mid slot fish. Sometimes upper slots, right? And that's boring to me, man. I want
Really?
to find new spots. You know what I mean?
You want the challenge.
Yeah, I want the challenge.
Yeah.
I want to try new areas, find out where the fish are at. So that way, I always got a different spot. If this spot's not working this week, I got a different spot to go
Yeah.
fish. So that's, to me, that's my thing.
Yeah. What's your favorite type of fishing?
Sight casting, bro.
Sight cast?
Shallow waters, man. There's nothing like watching red just busting bait in shallow waters. There's nothing like it to me. Whether it's like marsh and there's a bunch of shrimp jumping everywhere, they're chasing mullet up on the edge and over here in the bays.
Uh-huh.
It's just, to me, it's the greatest thing.
Yeah. Just to see it.
Just to see it,
Is
you
is
can just
pretty
sit there and
cool.
watch them. You
Yeah.
don't cast them.
There's a lot of dudes that do that.
Mhm.
Just take pictures the whole time, and I'm like, man, why? How could you?
not want to cast
Yeah,
it.
not want to cast
Yeah,
it and
it's
things. You know?
It's tough, man.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. But then they go ahead and sell the pictures and then
Right.
make a whole
So
bunch
it's
of
worth
money
it,
off
right?
them and stuff. If you could fish anywhere in the world, where would it be, and what would you want to catch?
Man, I got two places, I think. Either the Bahamas for bonefish, fly fishing, or North Queensland's. They're in Australia for giant trevally.
Oh
That'd
yeah,
be sick, bro.
man, dude. I wanted to wait for the end of the show, but we're gonna send you on a free trip
Right.
to Florida to on a fishing trip of your dreams.
Sweet.
Thank you so much for everything you do and coming on the show. You're our 29th episode, and for that, we're sending you to Florida.
Right. Hell yeah.
Just
kidding.
Yeah.
I knew that was coming from you,
Right?
bro.
That was coming from somewhere, right? What is next, man, for Noe Zartuche?
Man, I'm just gonna keep pushing hard. You know what I mean? I want to get higher up in the tournaments, do a lot better. I mean, I've been doing pretty decent. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
for sure.
But start getting some podiums.
Just going, man, is a big deal.
Oh yeah.
You know, just putting the blinders on who's competing. That's what everybody does, man. They wait for the roster to come out. Oh shit, man.
So and so's fishing.
Noe
like, oh,
Zartuche's
crap.
gonna be
Yeah.
there, dude. You know, it's a bad idea, man. You know, it's just payday. It's not even payday. Next week is payday, and
Right.
you know, I can't take my wife to eat because I got to enter this tournament. But Noe Zartuche's in the tournament.
Do I want to do this? or
Yeah,
not?
maybe I'll just go fishing on Saturday just
Right.
for fun instead, and just pretend,
Yeah.
right?
And then you can post it up later.
See
Hey,
what
man, if I would have fished,
Yeah,
it, I would've
right.
won.
Like those guys that'll fish the tournament. Oh, I got 18th. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, I got 18th out of 400 or whatever it was. You know what I mean?
Yeah. There's some fierce competition out there.
And there is,
Real
dude.
fierce.
It's tough,
Yeah.
and it's getting tougher.
Yeah.
There's a lot of new names coming out. A lot of anglers that used to not, that just
They were out of the
disappeared.
scene, yeah,
You know what I
they
mean?
came back.
Yeah, stopped competing.
Yeah.
Now they're back. You know what I mean? It's cool to see it all take place. You know,
Without a doubt.
they're getting better. Tournaments are getting better, man.
Yeah.
You know, I'm gonna stop talking about that because I know I'm gonna get in trouble for it. But tournaments are getting better, right? The push for the kayak side is growing,
Yeah.
right? The prizes are getting bigger, right? The money pots are expanding, right? I don't see too many raffles anymore,
Yeah.
right? We did one yesterday. We were at the Patriots. I think that's what it's called. Patriots fishing tournament in Rockport. And there was a raffle, man. You know, I was excited about it. I used to just join them just for the raffles. You know
At least
what I
have
mean?
a chance there.
That was the time where tournaments, a high-end tournament, kayak tournament, was $100.
Right.
And not everybody would do it still.
Yeah.
You know, and everybody was like, oh, shit, it's $100. What? God dang, dude.
Yeah.
You know, what are we winning here? You know, a boat or what?
Right.
You know? But this was a raffle tournament. Not a raffle. They did a giveaway, right? During the tournament, we got there late. We got there 3 minutes till the weigh-in closed. You know,
Damn.
just in true fashion.
Yeah,
You know,
true
you know
fashion.
what I'm talking about, right? the dude that's always late, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, we came out ahead. I think we got fourth. We got heaviest trout. Won a couple bucks, you know, just for the Dairy Queen on the way home, you know. But
a lot of Dairy Queen.
yeah, we did good, man.
Yeah.
We did pretty good. The recap will come. You know, it takes me about 3 days to do my recap, you know, because you know, I get tired of typing, so I stop. You know, that's the thing that the kayakers like to do is the recaps.
Oh yeah.
You know, you'll never see a kayaker's recap without on the very bottom of the post say see more. You know what I mean? You're gonna have to click on that
It's gonna
see
be a
more to
long
see the
post.
whole thing.
Oh,
It's gonna
yeah.
be a long one, dude.
Yeah.
You know. And most of the time, I'll just go scroll, hit that like,
Yeah.
put a congratulations.
Hey, but it's good for like.
But I want
newer
everybody
anglers.
to read mine.
That's what I'm saying. It's good for the new anglers, man.
Yeah,
You're
for
putting
sure.
it out there. What went right, what went wrong.
You think they give all the information?
I've seen a lot of
You
people
think
do.
they fluff it up a little
They
bit?
might fluff it just
Right.
to make it seem like, hey, they had a better chance of winning. It just
Right.
kind of got messed up. But
Yeah.
a lot of people do put situations out there where they're
All the
fishing-
first place ones are small.
Right.
If you get past 5th, 5th, 6th place and beyond,
Yeah.
it's an extremely long one.
Oh yeah.
Right. Let's throw a shout out, man, to your sponsors.
Yeah. So number one, Roy's Bait and Tackle got me into this. Got me into the scene. Definitely a great store to come into, right? You need anything? The guys down here are badass.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of knowledge. Zach down there right now. He actually helped me pick my first rod for my fly rod.
Oh, really?
Back in the day, yeah. So he helped me out a lot. A lot of these guys are knowledgeable. It's good, bro. TFO, that's the rod I roll with now, right?
Hell yeah.
It's not the highest dollar. It is not the lowest dollar. It's a good medium range. People that want to do good in the sport, do good in fishing. That's you know, the tier they want to be on, right?
They get up there, though. You could get some pricey TFOs, right? Especially the fly rod.
Yeah,
TFOs.
there's other ones that other companies that make like $1,000 rods and
Yeah.
stuff, right? So yeah, definitely some higher tier stuff there too. And then my last one's Power Pole. So
Oh, hell yeah. Cool.
got picked up with them.
Nice.
Yeah.
Congratulations, man.
Yeah, thank you.
What else? What are we missing?
What are we missing?
Did we cover everything? We could have covered some stuff in the fly fish. We're gonna have a part 2,
Dude, fly fishing.
right?
Yeah.
Fly fishing is that's where your heart's
my
at,
passion.
right?
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
love that.
Oh,
You love
yeah,
that stuff,
without a doubt.
right? Give us a combo, one of your combos, in case somebody's watching that'll come into Roy's Bait and Tackle and buy your exact setup, or is it top secret?
No,
No?
not top secret, right?
What are you throwing right now? We're gonna go red fishing, sight casting some reds, the Laguna somewhere.
Right.
What are we throwing?
Well, we're gonna start off with like a Nautilus.
Then they're gonna come in and talk to Zach,
Right.
right?
Yeah, I would just come straight over here and just talk to Zach,
Yeah.
right? He knows what's up. There he is right there. But yeah, man, I'm throwing a Nautilus CCF 8 weight. I got it on an Axiom 2 rod for TFO. I got Scientific Angler line. I mean, this gets crazy, right? You know,
Oh,
like,
yeah, dude.
Regular fishing, you don't have this.
There's
type
a lot of
expensive
stuff.
line. Yeah.
You gotta buy tippet.
Well, yeah, we're running
Fly
down
line.
here leaders, right? I mean, some people run tippet. That's more to me. That's more freshwater.
Oh, is it
They're building like really intricate leaders and stuff like
tapered?
that.
All
Oh,
that
yeah,
stuff.
Yeah. So for here, I mean, I'm able to keep it simple.
So you just use all the same weight on your leader.
I'll walk it down a little bit sometimes.
Okay.
I might like run like a 20, 25 pound leader, and then step it down to like a 2-foot section of like 12 to 16 pound.
You're putting your own
tippet.
knots in there and stuff.
Right.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
So why not use a tapered leader?
No, well, a lot of them are tapered.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you're putting your own.
Yeah, well, I'll run it tapered, and then at the very end, I'll put my own little small.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Right.
So you won't waste your tippet.
Right. So
If
I'll
you
throw,
got to
like,
cut,
little-
you're cutting the line
Right.
you attach.
And they sell like little tippet rings. A lot of people don't like them. I like them. Little tippet rings, a tiny little circle.
Really?
You just tie both strings onto it. You start cutting down on it. I'll cut it all off, put a new section.
Oh, wow.
So that way I'm not going through leader after leader after
Does
leader.
that add any weight?
It's very, very minimal.
Super light.
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, you don't even notice it.
Yeah. Do you have like a? I really don't know, right? I have tons of fly stuff, dude, and I never use it. You know, I'll come in and I'll buy it, and I just won't use it.
Just sits there.
I need to just not take anything else
Yeah.
but my fly rod. so I have no choice but to use it.
Right.
You know, because I mean I'm not comfortable with it. You know what I mean?
Right.
If I have my traditional bait
You're
cast
gonna
with
go
me,
straight back to that.
yeah, I'm gonna pick.
Yeah.
Dude, I see a damn red right there.
Yeah.
I don't want to mess this up.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pick up my bait caster, and I'm gonna catch this thing. You know?
Yeah. It's challenging, man.
Yeah.
I mean,
But
especially when
you
first
you
started.
kayak fish, fly
Yeah.
fish as
Yeah.
well. Do you have anything like that keeps your line from tangling up in your
No,
drive or
man.
anything like that, or you just
Yeah, I mean, that's what makes it challenging with pedal kayaks.
Right.
Is that you got a lot of stuff going on inside that kayak. You're trying to cast whatever, and there's a lot of stuff getting tangled up.
right?
So you really got to try and keep it simple.
What kayak are you using?
Right now, I am using a native kayak,
Okay,
a Slayer.
pretty good
Yeah, it's a
fly
great-
fishing platform.
It's a challenging one. I mean, it's a big old prop in there. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But once you get used to it, it's not that hard.
right.
Especially when you're sitting down, you can just throw out line on your lap, and it's not in the way.
Oh
so,
yeah.
yeah.
When you fly fish, are you blind casting or you see what you're
I
casting?
prefer to sight cast. I mean, there's times where I'll run over some deeper area. I'll throw like a little spoon on there,
Okay,
and I'm casting these spoons over these deeper areas, and it usually produces a pretty good amount of reds.
right. You can find those spoons here.
Oh yeah,
You can find everything you need here.
everything here.
If you want to go fly fishing, we got it here. Not only do you got to come talk to Zach and the rest of the fly team, but we got, from what I'm looking at, just right here, I see reels, I see boxes, I see Zach, I see flies, I see gloves, I see apparel, I see real sportswear.
Yeah.
What else do I see? What other fly fishing stuff would you need?
Dude, you start
Right, you need
getting-
your rods. You need, of course, it gets pretty technical with the line and stuff. But
Right.
just to get started,
Yeah, you just need a simple little reel, a decent rod, some line, and good little flies, man. That's all you really
I want to.
need.
They sell kits, right? They
Yeah.
sell combos that are ready.
Yeah.
Fly rod, fly reel, maybe a box of flies.
Oh, I'm sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But just go to Noe Zartuche's Instagram, Facebook, TikToker, or Snapchatter, and you could see exactly what he's using. Right?
Right.
Where can we find those outlets?
On
What's your Instagram name?
man, amphibious predator. It's like, and then just my whole name on Facebook.
Facebook.
Yep, and then YouTube is also amphibious predator.
Okay.
Yep.
That's it. What's your
That's
Snapchatter?
Fracking.
Frackin'.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Man, that's
that's pretty.
frackin'.
Yeah, this is a dumb name, right?
Is that because your work or what?
Frack. Yeah,
Okay, I
frack.
got you.
Yeah.
Cool, man.
Yeah.
Well, we're rolling on 2 hours. 1 hour and 2 minutes.
Yeah.
2 minutes over the limit. Everybody is looking at me like, dude, you are over 1 hour. You're going to have to pay overtime
Right.
for everybody,
Yeah.
right?
They're
We
ready
want to
go.
leave. The game is on.
Yeah, that's the big thing.
I wonder who's nobody ever commented on who's playing or
Dude,
who's
it's the
winning,
Rams
if
and
the Cowboys
I
are
think.
playing, or are they
I think
the
so.
Cowboys?
I think the Cowboys and Rams are playing right now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Man, well, I hope the Rams win,
That was
man.
you mixed into one yesterday, huh?
Who?
You're mixed into one, Cowboys and Rams.
Yeah, exactly, dude. Yeah, yesterday I was the whole thing, man.
Yeah,
Yesterday.
The whole thing.
Congratulations to the newlywed. I want to throw a shout out to my sponsors, the show sponsors, Royce Bait and Tackle, right? That provides this beautiful place, air conditioned,
Oh yeah.
away from the elements. We might be out. We could have been outside just sweating.
Yeah.
We did at one point. We were outside.
Really.
I had Natural Daddy spoons on, and we lost at least 10 pounds that day.
That
Yeah.
hot, huh?
It was bad, man.
Yeah.
But now we're indoors. The Cowboys game 9-3. Cowboys are winning 9-3.
Yeah,
I might have to
That's what's up.
put my Rams cap away and
Yeah.
get my
Put your
Cowboys
name away,
cap
bro.
back on. Right.
Be George Strait for today.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Real sportswear, keeping me cool. I actually have the Speckled Truth Edition Real
Nice.
Sportswear on.
Yeah.
That's
Nice.
another good show to tune in and very informative. He's got some of the best trout anglers around that come onto the show.
Yeah.
Pretty good little show. Carbach Brewery, keeping us nice
And hydrated.
and refreshed. This one that we drank today was Love Street Citrus from Carbach. It's 4.6% alcohol, and it's recycled. It's recycled, damn it. It says on there.
What, the beer's recycled?
I'm pretty sure it's the can.
Yeah. I hope it's not the
Right.
beer.
And it's brewed in Texas, right? That's the most important thing. And not to forget, Sarge Custom Rods. If you haven't felt a Sarge Custom Rod, we got all of them here at Roy's Bait and Tackle as well. Just come into the shop, guys. Even I sometimes come in here and I don't even want to buy anything.
Yeah, but you end up buying it.
Yeah, I end up buying it or I just leave, right? Sometimes I just got to leave, man. If it's not payday,
Yeah, you got
know,
to. It's
I'll
too
be like,
much
all right,
food.
I come in and I make a list,
Yeah.
and then I go through the list on what's more important for that payday. Okay, I'm gonna get me a rod this time, or I'm gonna get me a reel this time, or I come and look at the pegs, right?
You got to pay attention
I
to
go
that.
down the lure aisle and I look at the pegs, and whichever one is missing the most, okay, that's the one
That's
I
the one to
need,
get.
right? Everybody's using that one,
Yeah.
right?
Man,
Everybody,
already came clear to
whichever
show.
one's missing from the JRZ pegs, right? Those are the ones I get, right? It's been a hell of a show. Remember, the 6th person that commented on Noe Zartuche, where Noe Zartuche was stationed at while he was in the Air Force, we're going to send you a swag pack.
Nice.
Thank you all so much for tuning in. My next show is the day before Halloween.
Damn.
And
You
it's
gonna
going
dress up for it?
Huh?
You gonna dress up for it?
I don't know. It's going to be a spooky show.
Damn.
That's all I got to say.
Glad I'm not involved in that one. I'm scared.
It's going to
cat.
be spooky, man. And it's we got a hell of a guest coming out. But the flyer will be out. I want to say maybe tonight, maybe tomorrow, right? Maybe next week.
Maybe next week. Yeah.
Maybe the next week after that, but it would have to be before Sunday, 'cause
Right.
Sunday's the show. Right.
Right.
Thank you all so much, man. We'll see y'all next time. Thank you so much
Oh yeah.
for
Appreciate
coming
you having
on.
me out here, man.
We learned a lot. Now we know who Noe Zartuche is,
That's right.
right? And we're glad to have you here, man. We'll see you all next time. Stay on the lookout for the flyer, because it's going to be a good one. And another thing I haven't done in a while is give away something on the platform pages.
Yeah.
So I need to find out what platform we want to give this thing away, right? I know a lot of people don't have Instagram. A lot of people don't have Facebook. A lot of people don't have TikToker. A lot of people don't have Snapchatter.
Set up a hotline, bro.
We might have to just set up we might do one live at Roy's Bait and Tackle where you just come in,
Dude.
sign your name, right? And then I pick a winner from the names that get drawn inside
Bro, that'd be cool,
a
man.
Spoiled Life Live bucket.
Yep.
Right? We'll see y'all next time, guys. Thank y'all so much. I hope y'all enjoyed the show. You got anything else?
That's it.
All
bro.
right, man.
Oh, yeah.
Y'all
Good
take
time.
care. Y'all be safe. Y'all go for the Rams.
Cowboys.
We need a little bit more points on the board to win. I'll see y'all next time.